Hey, welcome to the Board Game Chair, a Games with Trev podcast. I'm Monique, and I'm here with Trev, and today we're going to be talking about our first playthrough of Everdell.
Yeah, so we actually literally got done with it maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just kind of like how we did last time. We're kind of trying to do our very first impressions. We have barely even talked about this game together. We are so excited to talk about it because
we're like itching to talk about it.
Kind of have mixed feelings, to be honest, to start us off a little bit.
Yeah. But overall, first impressions, opening the box, just like getting the game. Mm-hmm. I was so excited to get the game just because I've heard so much about it and seen like the artwork and like the Everdell tree. So I was like, oh my gosh, we're actually getting this game. We're actually finally going to play it because it's been one that's been on my list for a while.
True. And the other cool thing about opening it is like just the quality of the game.
Yeah.
Like you can really notice what you're paying for. And like honestly, like when you play the game, it's like, why was this so expensive? But it's just because the quality is so good. Like the pieces are so nice, like the little resources.
It's like it's so cozy.
Yeah, it is a little cozy. And the artwork is so cute.
I would literally frame every card if I could.
So I won't let her though. Just kidding.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. So what were your first thoughts?
Initially, like I'd say like first 5 minutes within the first seasons, because you play the game and
yeah, maybe we should explain the game for those that don't know.
That's true. You explain it.
Okay. So the game is what we call a work replacement game. And that means that you have little workers and you place them on spots and you get to do that thing. And you place them all out and then you take them all back and then you place them all out and then you take them all back. And that's honestly the gist of the game. The gameplay is mostly played by doing that to get resources. Because sometimes with work replacement games, you do other things. But for the most part in this game, you're getting resources. And then if you don't if you don't place a worker that turn, you could play a card.
Yeah, so it's like you place workers to get resources to play cards.
Basically,
to get points.
Yeah. To move on to the game to get to the end.
Yes.
And like what you're trying to do is essentially build a city, which is like basically you're just trying to play 12 cards. Like the whole build a city thing isn't really there, but they tried.
It's kind of I disagree, actually. I think
Really?
it's there. And I will explain why momentarily, because I have other thoughts that I would like to say first.
Okay, you go then.
But, like I was saying, the game is played in, like, seasons, right? There's spring, summer, fall, autumn.
Autumn. Yeah, spring, summer, fall, yeah. I was thinking it's the other way around.
You're good. And so the first season that we were playing, the first round, basically, I was so confused.
Yeah,
I was like, what is the point? What am I doing? How am I going to get points? How am I going to get enough resources? It was just really overwhelming because a lot of the cards were so expensive with the resources. True. Which later on I realized how this all worked, but initially I was like, what the?
She had a different experience than I did. Like, I thought it was a good game, but the whole time I was like, I will never be able to play 12 cards.
Like, I also had that thought.
I don't, like, when we were watching, like, the video of, like, the rules, because if someone already read the rule book, go watch the video. And so he made it seem like Rodney Smith, shout out to Watch It Played, said that like it kind of like it's difficult to stay under 12. Like it's gonna be hard to make sure to play the best 12.
And at the beginning of the game I did not feel like that, but by the end of the game I did feel like that.
So what happened in your gameplay that was different than mine? Because mine, it just felt like I was struggling to get cards out, and honestly I feel like maybe it was my card draw,
maybe,
and maybe like the mix of our cards just wasn't good.
It was. What were you talking about that I said I had something to say?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll probably remember. But basically then, like, the next couple seasons came, and I kind of got the gist of what was kind of going on. Because there's so much going on. I felt like, because some of the cards you can play for free if you have a certain card, but the chances of you getting that certain card, I feel like, are pretty slim.
Yeah,
for
and like the meta's supposed to help out with that, but we didn't use it that much, to be honest.
I can see how it could help. I don't know. But basically, like, the one time I did do that is I had, like, a farm. And luckily I had a harvester, little mouse girl. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, like, what a coinkadink. I can just play this card. And it was just by accident almost. I wasn't really looking for it. But also, what else is going on? I'm trying to think. Those cards, and then the, like, as you're placing your workers to gain resources, I felt at the very beginning of the game that it was very unbalanced. I was like, there's no way that I'm going to get these resources to fill this card. Like, how am I going to play this? I can only get berries, or I can only get sticks right now. But I realized as I was playing the game that it kind of was like an engine builder a little bit. Because there's cards that allow you to gain other resources as you go, let you play cards for free. And I feel like to really play the game in a way that's enjoyable, you have to make that a real big part of your gameplay. Because once I started realizing that aspect, I was like, oh, I could play this and then play this and then play this. But by the time I realized that, it was too late in the game.
Yeah, because, like, I noticed that, like, on the... I'm holding the deck so I can be able to tell you exactly where it is.
Can I see some cards, too?
Yeah, for sure. So on the bottom right-hand corner of each card, well, on most cards, it tells you what card it can be played with for free. No, what card can be played off of this card.
Yeah.
And so, like, I noticed that. I just didn't know how to use it correctly because I just couldn't get them out fast enough. And, like, on the first turn, you only have 2 workers.
I think the first turn is really, like...
Spring is so difficult.
Essential, though. It's super difficult, but it really sets up your gameplay for the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because the other thing is like, I could see how, like, it could get good if, like, you had the cards that said, like, oh, in between, like, spring and summer, like, you receive resources. Because that's huge. But I couldn't get those out until summer or fall. And at that point in fall, it doesn't even matter.
I think another thing about this game is, like, you really have to be keeping track of, like, when the season is changing, because I didn't feel like I really took full advantage of, like, what's it called? The green cards on there with the little, let's see, this one. What is this called?
I'm going to call it the produce symbol.
I don't know. It's got a little green symbol, and, like, every season except summer coming from summer into fall, all these effects go into play. And so, like, for example, this one says draw 2 cards or gain 1 berry, and if you have a farm, get an additional berry. And I don't think I really took this into advantage, because I feel like if you play these cards at the very beginning of the game, it's going to completely change your gameplay.
Yeah.
Especially with the ones that include resources. Because if I would have used my first 2 players to gain a stick and a stone, like it says in this one, I would have gained 2 sticks automatically that coming turn. Which would then set us up for a better game. At least the way I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What did you think? What did you experience? Because I've been talking a lot about what I thought.
Before I tell you what I think, we're going to have a word from our sponsors.
Already?
Well, we're like halfway through. Right? Sure. Okay, here we go. The sponsors that we have are us. You're looking at them if you're watching on YouTube. We are the sponsors. We buy the equipment. We buy the games. We love it. It's awesome. We just want to just shout our own selves out and let you know what we do and what we have available. We want to tell you guys about Instagram. We post about our videos when they go up, because right now we don't really have a set schedule. We're thinking
We're
about
working
doing
on it.
Fridays. We're trying to figure it out and doing the podcast every other week. But if you want to stay up to date of exactly when it's get posted, follow us on Instagram real quick. Because
turn on the notification bell as well.
yeah, that too. That'd even be easier. If you don't want to go on Instagram, it's totally fine.
Do both. Do both
For sure. And also a reminder about the giveaway. We're going to talk about it every time. Because we're so excited. Because this is one of my favorite 2-player games. I know it didn't go on our list. But it's because we talk about it so much, I couldn't feel like I could put it on the list.
It's true.
But it's so good. Go look it up right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up So You've Been Eaten. It is so much fun. It is so clever too. I feel like it's one of the most clever 2-player games. Just with like the what's it called? The theming of it and also the gameplay. It's incredible.
So true. And to be part of this giveaway, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel because at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away this game to one of the first 1,000 subscribers. So you better be on there so you can get this free game because it's awesome.
Yep, it's incredible. And we'll give more details about the giveaway as we get closer because we're not entirely sure how to do it yet, but we're going to figure it out. So don't worry. We have a lot of time to figure it out. Okay, now back to what I was thinking. The thing about the weird produced thing, like it was good. I just felt like it needed to happen every single season and not like every other season. Because I just was like, I could not get enough resources. I can't stress that enough. Like to get stone.
Yeah, but I also was looking at the other cards. If you pull it up, it was just the cards we had placed. Yeah, because there was some of them that gave like 2 stones or something. I saw one in there.
Okay, this is my other thing. We need to go look up this rule. How do you get these? Do I have to have those people on the top to get it?
What are these called? They're like the mini cards for those of you that are just listening, and it has like a little paw print that you go to.
No, one of them has like the tree thing on the back. And
you go there, but then you get points.
This is how we are after a game. We're like, did we miss a rule? Do we not know how to do this? But like, honestly, like, how did I get I don't understand. I did not. We watched the video of how to play 24 hours ago. So I will say it's not like entirely fresh.
We'll have to check that rule because I think I would have, if you have to have the people at the top of this card, because basically, what does it do?
So like, an example, this one says at the top of the card, Undertaker, Barge Toad. And then it has the little symbol to put your worker on it. And then it says, Croak, Wear, Cure. When achieved, pay 2 berries and discard 2 cards from your city. And so like by reading that, like it makes me feel like I have to achieve something. Am I achieving by having those people?
I think you have.
Am I achieving it by having the person just on it?
No, I think you have to have the people.
I've got to have those people. Like why are they at the top then? That's my question.
I don't know, kind of confusing.
But the other thing is like maybe it's the point, but like those are so terribly specific to certain cards. How am I supposed to get those?
That's true. That's one thing I was thinking is like all the cards are very specific to each other. And I did notice there are some cards that are the same as other cards, but I don't know. I don't feel like
there's some
duplicates,
of course.
All of the cards.
Yeah. And like I know some cards are supposed to be like harder to get, and like that's the whole point of like having to get the basic cards to be able to basically have the other cards come easier. But it's just really difficult to get it. And so like this is my question to the viewers real quick. Let me put these cards down. Like I genuinely want you guys down below in the comments or wherever, or reach out to us somehow. Like come find us. We love talking about games. Like someone needs to tell me how to play this game because I have no idea. Like I honestly am ready to go look up a strategy guide because I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think we just need to play it again.
Yeah, or like 5 more times. But like seriously though, because it's just like there's some games like what was the game we just played?
The new one?
No, like Cascadia. We just played Cascadia. We'll probably do a review soon, just so you guys know. But like I loved it. Like I genuinely loved it, and I feel like I got it like that.
You
know what
did
I mean?
get it really quickly.
Like I didn't feel like the whole game I just is like, oh, what's going on? What am I doing?
I feel like you got it a lot quicker than I did though.
Yeah.
Which that happens when we play games. Like sometimes
you'll get it versus I
will understand the flow of it more than he will, or vice versa. He will understand the flow of it more than I will. Mm-hmm. And it takes a couple, I don't know.
It's just so, the hard part is it's just like, I don't know. I just don't get it. And I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. And like, you know, like we're supposed to be like this huge, like this YouTube channel know-it-all. I don't know. I'll be humble about it. I don't know.
I'm excited to play it more and then review it, so then I can actually like be knowledgeable and be like, oh, that's what that was about, you know.
The other thing is I kind of am excited for, and I know we talked about it, we're gonna hold off on the expansions, okay, because we want to get to down the game, but I'm looking for more, you know, like I want there to be more within the game. Why? And like that's why, because I just felt like it didn't have the, I don't know, like the structure that I wanted, the girth that I wanted in the game, like
a thicko game.
The thicko game that I thought it was going to be. And like that's fine. It did
feel very simple to what visually I've been led to believe.
To what everyone makes this game out to be, it is not that hard.
I mean, with the expansions, I can see it getting a lot more difficult and being a lot more intense and a lot more strategy, but
and like maybe that's just what I want. Like, I guess I shouldn't be expecting it from the game, but I am. I really am, though. I honestly like.
Would you say you're disappointed?
I would say I'm disappointed.
Did you hear that?
But maybe it's just because I haven't played it enough, and I was so excited for this game.
I will say I am not disappointed. I really liked it.
Really, I just don't get it. I just don't. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I just don't get it, and I'm gonna say that multiple times, and I feel bad because everyone's thinking, "Oh, he's already said like 6 times, so just get over it." I'm like, I know.
No, I think that's good. I think not that, that you're saying it. That was enough.
But those that listen to this podcast and see our review of the game later, see how my mood changes about it. Because I'm curious myself. So that will be a fun game we can play together.
Yeah, it could be fun.
It could be fun, but
is there anything else you really?
The pieces are adorable, by the way. The little porcupine man.
So cute.
So cute. I'll be honest.
The cozy vibe of it.
Yeah, this is a game that I'm like, get out my hot chocolate, get on my little, like if I had a comfy, like those giant hoodies, I would.
Like what are they called? Snuggies?
No, the comfy. That's what it's called. It's like a giant hoodie. Literally just a giant hoodie.
No, I know, a Snuggie.
Okay. No, it's not called that.
Is that the one with 2 people?
No, the Snuggie is the thing that's like a reverse rope that you just put your arms through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
It was on TV when I was a little kid.
No, I guess so. But anyway, just honestly go try this game. And again, leave in comments how to play. Or
if you have any good strategies.
If you have good strategies, like even like message me on Instagram and like maybe we'll set up like some kind of call or something like that so you can tell me what I'm doing.
Or isn't there a digital version?
There's a digital version.
We would literally love to play with anybody.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Message me on Instagram or comment down below and we'll figure out how to play with you.
We will play with you.
Because I have no idea. Like you camera, I've none. No idea over here. And we're going to go play it again right now. We're literally going to turn this off and go play so I can figure it out.
Maybe we'll add an edit after we're done here and just
see if my mood changed.
Awesome.
I'm like, it was incredible. Got 100 points.
I can see his mood. This has happened multiple times.
And the funny thing is I won the game.
Yeah.
I won.
He was like, I'm going to lose. I totally botched this. And then literally I was counting my points, counting his points. He was like, and I was like, bro.
I was like, I got 23 points. And she was like, I got like 17. I was like, what? How? Literally how?
Because I understood he did it. But like I was saying, this has happened multiple times with multiple games where you've been like, or where I've been like,
That's true. Like, That's true.
So I think it's just one of those games.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But again, message us down below and we'll try to figure something out.
Yep. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Board Game Chair while we talked about Everdell. And we will see you next time.